Sunlight filters through droplets of water as they cascade from a cliff face, plunging to the earth below. The waterfall pools at its base, creating a picturesque area that invites contemplation and relaxation. But for Neil and Jeff Baird, relaxation can be found elsewhere. A waterfall isn't for watching, but experiencing.
Today we're up at Battle Creek Falls. There's a couple nice waterfalls here to rappel down. Some people call it cascading. It's sort of a sub-sport of canyoneering or canyoning. It gives you a chance to practice some swift water rappelling.
We've been involved in climbing rocks. We climb ice here sometimes, oftentimes in the winter, and one hot day we decided to come up and try it, rappel down the waterfalls, basically to cool off.
Their waterfall rappelling evolved from that first cold experience. Now their excursions demand special preparations in order to ensure safety in their unique scaling environment. Much of the gear is just basic climbing equipment, including good ropes, pads, and helmets. But the main difference between rappelling a cliffside and rappelling a waterfall is, of course, the oftentimes chilly water, which calls for some special considerations.
For rappelling down waterfalls, it's nice to have a wetsuit if it's going to be a little cold. Hypothermia is the biggest killer in the outdoors.
Today, father and son are bringing some friends on their first waterfall rappel. Climbers like Jenni Burns may have descended strange environments before, but truly nothing quite like this.
You know, I've rappelled, but I've never done it down a waterfall, so yeah, first time. Kind of crazy. You know, the smaller one wasn't that bad. The big one was kind of scary, just because you have to swing, and then I just slid down the rest of the wall. But it was exhilarating.
As the air cools and snow falls, many forms of summer recreation go into hibernation. This distinctive sport doesn't end for the Bairds when winter sets in, though. As the waterfalls turn to ice, they just bundle up and start climbing icicles instead of rappelling waterfalls. The beauty of a waterfall is universal, bringing peace to an area and inspiring those who stumble across it. That remains true for Jeff and Neil, even if they choose to dive right in, or at least get their feet wet.
I don't know if it's even an official sport. We do it. I've never heard of anybody else doing it, but we always have spectators, so I'm assuming it'll catch on someday. When it's really hot, you can't do much else. You don't want to rock climb. Hiking's a pain. This is a good way to have some adventure and cool off too.
It's a little bit of everything. It's always been a family-oriented thing for us, so I like the association with family, but we also just really like being out in the outdoors and then adding just that little bit of spice of adventure to make it a little more interesting. It's a great way for us to keep in shape and to have some fun and spend time with each other.
From the trailhead, I'm Don Dunwell.